daily driving the 2008 Audi R8 R-tronic for 395 days, so just over a year, 13 months, and nearly 18,000 miles. Here's my thoughts, opinions, take on the first gen Audi R8. All right, first and foremost, that mid-engine V8, although it's magnificent, naturally aspirated, mid-engine V8, it's awesome, doesn't sound the greatest. I'm not one for modding cars, so I left it factory. I wish it had a little bit more, pizzazz to the throaty engine sound, the exhaust note. But, dude, driving it that much in, just over a year, there is something cool about, look, you should never buy a car for another outside, someone else's opinion or someone else's thoughts. You should always buy a car, if you're into sports cars, for yourself and why you like it. Like, I love the Mini Cooper. I don't care. I'll admit it. I love a Mazda Miata. I'll admit it. But there is something cool about driving an R8 and getting like a thumbs up, a wave, like, oh, dude, that's so sick. And you get that a lot. And I would say every single time I got in the car for more than 5 minutes, literally, I would get that. I would get someone chatting me up, someone giving me a thumbs up, someone giving me a wave or asking, or even a smile at a light, right? Oh, by the way, spoiler alert, not a single female, ever. So definitely don't buy a sports car for chick reasons. But that was pretty cool. You feel something special, and then you get really, good interactions. You make someone's day. Even like dads would like pull up next to the light, roll down the window. Oh, is that the V8 or the V10? And it is cool. I didn't think it was like that, or would be like that, I guess, to that extent, like every single time. But that was pretty cool. The front brakes on that R8, dude, those calipers in the front are actually 8-piston. So I lent it to my brother, my older brother, when I was on, I think I was gone for like a week. He drove it, and when I picked it back up after he had it for a week, he's like, dude, my favorite part of the car was the braking, like the braking ability. It stops on a dime. So that's rad. I love a sports car that can brake like legit fast and clamp down. And obviously you kind of have to have that with sports cars, especially as they get faster and faster. The stopping ability. You can't have a super, super fast car with not being able to stop it, EVs. But anyway, so that was my favorite part. Maintenance is actually not nearly as bad as you may think. Obviously, that sun is gnarly. Obviously, you would think there's a, R8 Premium, which there is, but that's more German than anything. Any BMW, Mercedes, Audi, or Porsche will have the premium in cost, but not as big of a deal as some may make it out to be. The R-tronic, which I made a slight different video specifically on the single clutch R-tronic transmission. I'll link that below the like button in this video. But dude, it's not nearly as bad as people say. It shifts like a punch and it gives you a little jolt, which is cool, by the way. That was actually so rad. I told my buddy that. He's into sports cars as well. And he took it for a rip, and I, drove him in it. And he goes, yo, I kind of like that. It kind of like gives you more of an experience with hard, brutal acceleration, especially from like the 30 to 70 mile an hour range, which also was wicked fast in the R8. Like, you got on it full throttle, pedal to the floor at that 30 mile an hour speed, it's gone. And I love that, just instant brute force acceleration. But the R8, dude, the R-tronic, you get used to it in like a week or so, driving it and owning it. It's not nearly as clunky as you may think. The biggest thing to figure out, which I think a lot of people are just saying how problematic it is or an issue because they don't own it, which is, I'm not dissing them. That sounds like I did. But I said the same thing. I repeated it because that's what I heard from all the reviews and videos online. But I think a lot of people that are making that assumption or that opinion statement is they don't live with it. They get a little bit of seat time, and that's what they regurgitate. So, dude, you just pull up to the light in second gear, you stop, and then you put it in first, and there goes, you're done with the clunk, clunk, like for jolting. That was it. Literally was the biggest thing. And yeah, the car was sick. It looked so timeless. Holy dear God in heaven, that was almost an accident. Shout out Porsche driver in front of me in the Taycan. Oh my God. So it looks so good. The amount of times that I would park the car and just like walk towards wherever I'm going and like glance back at it. Not every time, obviously, but you know what I mean? Dude, it looks good. And it's pretty practical. I drove it from Orange County, California, which is like, call it smack dab in between Los Angeles and San Diego, all the way up to pretty much San Francisco, just south, San Jose. And by the end, yes, I was a bit sore because it's a sports car with a sports suspension. I got rid of the Magna Ride and I put on the H&R coilovers, adjustable, but like still rough. And practicality wise, dude, it's got the front trunk, which is easily 2 backpacks or 1 carry-on back and a backpack in terms of luggage. It had that real shelving unit, which actually was a good size, especially if you got the net that you could stack stuff, if you will, you know, leaning against it. It had plenty of practicality. It's definitely not cramped on the inside as much as some sports cars are. Like the Aston Martin V8 Vantage, dude, that thing is like, you're in there. So yeah, it's the Quattro Audi all-wheel drive was pretty rad, especially in inclement weather. Also not nearly hard to do donuts and to like power slide as whoever says online, because one rainy day, it wasn't even raining, but it was very damp out. I took my nephew, went to an empty parking lot, turned off traction control, low speeds, easiest thing to do donuts, because it had so much power and torque and such, and it was just, it wasn't hard to slide it. And I'm not like a phenomenal driver. I don't even know how to heel toe. So like, I know how to drive manual, but I don't know how to heel toe. So in that regard, yeah, it's phenomenal. And yeah, I loved my ownership with the 08 R8. Had it for 395 days, nearly 18,000 miles. So that experience was top notch. I would definitely get that car again. I plan to get that car again right now, do videos in the future. This is the 2015 Porsche Macan Turbo with the PDK Doppelkupplung dual clutch transmission. So thanks for watching today's video. I do appreciate it. I'll throw out the links down below the like button in this one. And other than that, more car content to come. Little tongue twister. And yeah, Audi R8 and Porsche though, woo-wee.